Like him?
He's interesting, in a grouchy sort of way.
You need to defend yourself or you get mowed down. Get out.
You're small if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, so was Hitler.
That's a horrible comparison.
So how do you and Vincent know each other?
I'm working for this film.
I go hard.
I'm also a dancer.
Who is she?
A lady of the night.
Do you know what that means?
She works at night.
I love this film, by the way. It's just fantastic. And I think everyone's going to love this film. But you wouldn't think a film that has great comedy people like Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy and Naomi Watts is actually the funniest person.
Oh, you're too funny. Too sweet. And Chris Dowd. And I know, it was odd being up there on the stage last night doing the Q&A, and I'm like, how did I end up with these guys? You know, that's one group, and I've sort of somehow hustled my way in, which is obviously the attraction for me. I have been wanting to do lighter stuff for a long time, and coming off the tail end of doing things like The Impossible, and you know, which was gut-wrenching, and some other films that were on the much darker side. I'd been wanting to open up that other side of things, and you kind of have to, you can't just sort of hope it comes to you. You have to go after it and chase it and put the word out, and which is what I did. And you know, I wasn't the obvious choice. And in fact, when the script was sent to me through Harvey Weinstein, I thought he was thinking of me for the other role, but it turns out it was this other Russian lady of the night, and I just thought, wow, what fun! But terrifying. I was so scared going into it, being the only one with no sort of apparent comedic skills, and being up against Bill Murray, one of the greats, and of course Melissa McCarthy, who's just wonderful, and it was scary. Yeah. So the only way I knew how to do it was just to immerse myself in that character and just pretty much stay in character the whole time, because it would be too scary to be around Bill Murray otherwise.
He said 100 win. You take it or leave this. You can't sell this to get high.
I'll take 100.
Oh, you took 100.
And the Russian accent, how was that to do?
Great. It was, again, scary, but tons of study. And I knew both that stand-up comedians, there would be a lot of improvisation, and there are lots of scenes in the film that were purely improvised, so I had to know that accent as well as possible.
Yeah, and a bit of pole dancing as well.
A bit of pole dancing, yeah. I had 2 fairly unsuccessful training sessions, and you know, which resulted in a stiff neck, but which I think I still get. That's very hard. My hat goes off to those women. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in this place I found in New York, a little Russian spa where you could go and get manicures and pedicures and facials and things, and I taped the ladies. They all were from different parts of Russia, and spent a lot of time with them, and you know, there's lots of stuff available on the internet as well.
There's more movies coming out, so you've got a busy year.
Well, I guess I would. The thing is, it feels like, oh my gosh, and she's never stopped, but I did small roles in a few different movies, and you know, it's sort of like 10 days and 12 days, and you know, so you're not actually away from home that long, which makes it easier on the kids. It's just that when they all start coming out at the same time, it feels like chaos.
A saint is a human being we celebrate for the sacrifices that they make, for their commitment to making the world a better place.
Why is he mowing your dirt patch?
I'm showing him how the world works. You work, you get paid, you drink.
Are you drinking alcohol?
I honestly don't remember.